We are 5 and in the pot. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back. Hi, Rosemary. TikTok, say hello to YouTube, and YouTube, say hello to TikTok. You know what time it is. It is time to get to work in the kitchen. I need to put on, just like Mr. Rogers would put on his cardigan when it was time to start the show, I need to put on, oh, that's not you, that's me, my apron. Miss Rosemary, thank you for asking. YouTube, Rosemary on TikTok has asked, how am I doing? First of all, yes, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Second of all, Rosemary, anybody who says they had long COVID, just believe whatever they say. It has taken me a long time to heal through, feel better of long COVID. So it is just nearly stopped going live, and I do enjoy going live. I'm better. Let's just go with I'm better. Okay, Colonel Jack O'Neill, definitely where he's not supposed to be, but let's move on. I really wanted to share with you today about how to pickle peppers, because I feel like homemade prebiotic and probiotic foods help heal our belly. And when it came to long COVID, girl, Rosemary, you're right. It is dragging on and on and on and on, but I just want to press forward and get on with my life. And I had a beautiful meeting this morning with the TikTok shop affiliate tastemakers group. Woo! That's a mouthful. And there was just some exciting brands coming up to be able to partner with. We got Super Bowl appetizers coming up, Valentine's treats coming up, just so many good things. And I thought, Rosemary, brain fog and fatigue, take a back seat. I wanna do a live, and we are going to make pickled peppers. Remember the children's rhyme? Something, something, something. Oh, somebody linked that to me. I just remember there's a children's rhyme where they say a pack of pickled peppers, and it's true. Here, let me close this to keep the cat out. My peppers are cleaning right now, and the most important thing we need to do first is make our brine. It's so easy. And remember, taste your brine. We're going to put it, I got the measuring cup, pot, taste your brine. If you don't like the taste of your brine, you're not going to like your pickles, okay? If your brine's too salty, your pickles will be too salty. If the brine is weak, bland, and flavorless, guess what your pickles are going to taste like? Weak, bland, and flavorless. So I've got these any time now. Hi, Karim. I will figure out how to put it on the screen. Hey, thanks for the gifts, you friends. Thank you so much. Any year, any time now. Oh, now O'Neill, Colonel Jack O'Neill, my son's cat, has just gotten to the point of he's always banging on the cookie bag. And you're only supposed to have a cookie for a treat. There are no treats right now. But what there is our pickled peppers. Now, before I get ahead of myself, you may think this. I'm just going to go get a jar of pickled peppers. Okay, fine. That is totally fine, my friends. If that's what you can manage in your day, do it. I think that there's more nutritionally dense value to when you prepare your own. But if you get a commercial jar of pickled, I like this brand, Mazzetta. If you get a jar of pickled peppers, that's okay too. For salads, for bruschetta, for just snacking, you name it. I'm going to tap these little, it has been so long. I feel like it's been, does anybody remember? I guess I could look it up in my account. I feel like it has been so long since I've done a live with you guys. I've missed you. Hi, guys. Hi, friends. I've missed you. Okay, if you just want to buy a jar of pickled peppers, it's okay. It's okay. If you want to make your own, this is what's cleaning. Let me get the colander. These are the kind that I'm cleaning. Do you guys remember the 99-cent store? They're not around anymore, but they used to have really good, inexpensive produce. And I could pick up these giant bags for 99 cents. So they're not around anymore. I do have some jalapeno. I'm going to make pico de gallo as well. All right, here's the recipe. Let's stay on. I'm telling my long COVID brain fog brain, stay on track. 3 to 4 cups of peppers. You choose. Do you want serrano peppers? That's hot. Jalapeno peppers. I have got I found these at the store. It's called Primetime Sweet Mini Peppers. They're like a mini bell pepper, but not quite a bell pepper. So anywho, that's what I have. We're going to do 3 to 4 cups of peppers, 1 cup of white vinegar. Oh, I just remembered. I forgot the bay leaf. Somebody text, remember the bay leaf. 1 cup water, 4 fresh garlics chopped. If you don't have fresh garlic, yes, you can use garlic powder. 2 tablespoons of pickling salt. You guys, if you don't have the official pickling salt, it's okay. It's okay. Don't use iodized. Period. Use the salt you want, the Himalayan, the Celtic, whatever you got. Pickling salt is great. Kosher salt is good. Don't use that. Neil. One moment. Nini, go. I think that in the months of being down and out with the long COVID, the cat has just begun to rule the roost. We've got to get this warming so that our salt dissolves. And sugar. Oh, let me just grab it. We're grabbing the bay leaf and the sugar. Talk amongst yourselves. Bay leaf and sugar. Bay leaf and sugar. Grab bay leaf and sugar. Grab bay leaf and sugar. Grab bay leaf and sugar. Hi. I heard. Bay leaf and sugar. My personal opinion. Bay leaf matters. Oh, I want you guys to see these too. If you're ever in the canning section and you see this brand, YouTube, it's called Pickle Crisp Granules. Pickle Crisp Granules. This is not a must. When you get your pickle, I like mine crisp. Have a snap to it when I bite into it. And I feel like when I make homemade pickles, a little bit of pickle crisp helps keep the veg or fruit or whatever you have in your brine snappy. This recipe that we're going to make today, you can make a Cajun inspired. I was going to do 1 jar of it, and this is what I use. Now, if you're Louisianan, Mardi Gras is coming up. Who's celebrating? Who's Fat Tuesdaying? Rob, hi friend. If you're going to do a Mardi Gras, oh, you know what? COVID brain. I got to keep it on topic because I was going to start talking about, Fat Tuesday recipes, Mardi Gras. My point is, one of my jar of pickled peppers, I'm going to put Cajun spice. Let's talk about jars real quick. I love to can. I have canning jars. Super Bowl pickles, come on. Rosemary pickled cucumber, pickled pepper, pickled mushrooms. I'm a pickler. I like pickles. And when you make your own homemade pickles, it has, my opinion, I have not had this scientifically tested, it has more nutritional density. Good belly prebiotics and probiotics. Colonel Jack O'Neill, I had to pick my battles. I'm going to have to pick my battles. Hold on. I have some cleaner. I have to pick my battles. My son's cat. Let's get started. I got sidetracked with the cat. Oh, I also need the measuring tools. Okay, which one of us had long COVID? What? What? It's me. It's me. Oh, I might go live later today to do the have you guys seen this? Especially on TikTok. Oh, my doodle. Here, you go first. Smell it. Oh, so good. Okay, the last time we had TikTok affiliate brand meeting, this was one of the brands, the Boom Boom, and it is a natural, I want to call it a natural stimulant. I am so far off topic. Okay, let's move. Let's move. We said we were going to do 1 cup of white vinegar. I don't know. I think the last time I went live was measure to the line, not to the top. Liquid measuring is different than dry measuring. 1 cup white vinegar. 1 cup water. Oh, needs a dash. Okay, got that, got that. The last time I did a live was Tina. Hi, oh, thank you for the gift. Hi, Tina. How are you? I am the stranger. I was telling Rosemary earlier that I'm so tired of saying, oh, it's long COVID. But the truth is, I came back from Chicago November 11th with long COVID. At that time, they just thought it was COVID. Back in January, the doctor says, no, it's pneumonia. And as of this month, I have another follow-up appointment next week. And we were having telehealth last week. And she's like, I think it's just technically long COVID. Sick of being sick. The last live I did, I showed you what the finished homemade apple cider vinegar is like. And oh my gosh. Oh, it smells so good. It's so tangy. This is my homemade. I love when I make pickles, I like to make a mix. And you can do half white vinegar. Wait, it's almost like saying thirds. So 1 cup of water, but then half is white vinegar, half is going to be apple cider vinegar. I make my own. I'm just going to put like 2 tablespoons in there. You can see the mother on the bottom. Girl, okay, I want to get my spices on this and get it started heating just so that it can dissolve. Let's talk sugars. Hi, Jen. Hi, Karam. Yes. Yes, YouTube, I'm having a beautiful day, and I hope you're enjoying how to make pickled peppers. We are starting with our brine, and if you don't want to use plain old sugar, use honey. You can use maple syrup. These are your pickles. I do not like bread and butter pickles. I don't like a sweet pickle, but I feel like even in my own homemade recipe, I put sugar. If you want to use honey or molasses, that's fine. I'm here to tell you from experimentation, using a stevia, no. So I'm going to put a heaping teaspoon in there, and now our sugar is in. We need to do 2 tablespoons of pickle salt. And actually today is a new recipe. I got this one from the internet, and it was, I think the website is Crazy Cajun Pickled Peppers. Something like that. Hold on. My salt got, god damn. It got damp. We need 2 tablespoons. Got it, got it. I am going to put well, let's wait and put that in. Hold on. I haven't done it in so long. It's calcium chloride. I love when Nina Gould, my Gould friend on the internet, Nina Gould will break down the exact ingredients, and she's been finding dupes, and I love it. and she'll always go down to what the exact item is. She'll say it's this ingredient, calcium chloride, and there's no how to do. I think I put it in last. Okay, next, peppercorns. This is your preference. I'm going to put half into here and then the other half actually into the jars. Look at all these little highs. Hello, everybody. And I use the mixed peppercorns. Those are in. Oh, I was going to tell you, if you see the brand Ball make jars, they make pickling spice, they make pickle crisp. There is a beautiful method in using this. Smell is good. It's still mustardy. You want to see? Can you see that? I pulled it out just to show you, but I'm making my recipe. We will put this into, after we pour out the top half, we will add this. Let's work. Oh, and the bay leaf. 3 to 4 cups peppers, 1 cup white vinegar, 1 cup water, 4 garlics chopped, 3 tablespoons peppercorns, 2 tablespoons pickle salt, 2 tablespoons sugar. I cut that in half. And then in your peppers, once we get this started, which actually we can do now. Remember, I put half of my peppercorns in here and I will put the other half in the jar directly. Let's taste it. Here we go. Okay, it's good. It's good. Salty. I want it to dissolve. I'm putting it on the stove just on low. I'm looking at the time. I'm gonna need maybe 5 minutes on low. We just want everything to dissolve. Now, let's get some jars ready. This is my favorite jar. It is the wide mouth pint. Let me grab another. Oh, look at this. Hi, sorry. A friend for Christmas gave me some beautiful colored glass jars. Oh, they're so pretty. Okay. Jars. And you're like, what about your garlic? We're going to get that ready right now. I can already tell. I think I'm going to need 3. This is the standard mouth size. It's not my favorite. This is still the pint. You can use these. It's just not my favorite. That's all. This is my preference. So I've got 3 jars ready. Remember, the recipe called for 3 tablespoons of peppercorn. My challenge is many times they just sit on the bottom of the pan. And then when I go to fill the jar with brine, the last jar gets all of the peppercorn. So I'm going to put just like this. Here we are. And done with those. Let's add a bay leaf. This, my friends, is up to you. I make a lot of pickles. I personally think when you add a bay leaf to the jar, it just does something. It adds a layer of flavor to it. How about this? Make 1 jar with the bay leaf and 1 without piece into the jar, just like that. How about you make 1 with it and 1 without? Rosemary, thank you for saying Super Bowl pickles, because correct me if I'm wrong, which I'm pretty sure I am. I've been in such a COVID days. Is Super Bowl Sunday, February 9th playing? I don't know. I'm not a football person, guys. I don't know. It's February 9th. Thank you, Rosemary. I don't know who's playing, and I don't know that I even care. If I was going to watch sports, I like to watch F1, Formula 1 racing. I like NASCAR. I like snowboarding events, horse racing. I like to watch the Kentucky Derby, mainly just because of the fashion. I do like the horses too, but anywho, now let's put a half teaspoon, that's a teaspoon, of pickle crisp. This is my preference. You do not have to do this. I am a Walmartian. I get my pickle crisp at Walmart. It's in the canning section. You can order it on your favorite place. I'm pretty darn sure they don't sell it in TikTok Shop, but here's the point. I think it's worth having, especially if you like a crisp, snappy pickle. We will add the Cajun saving in a little bit. Cajun seasoning in just a moment. Let's stir this. Give it another moment to finish dissolving. In the meantime, we are going to move on to our peppers. I was cleaning up just before we got started. Now, what did I miss while I was gone? I think I missed a lot. And it just, everything feels dazed and confused. Richard Linklater. All right. Oh, have you seen him? Hi, Toss. Have you seen that? Okay, here we go. Garlic is very important in my opinion. You can warm it in the brine. I take them off here. Did you see that thing explode? All right. Stand by, friends. I got to come over here and pick them up. Likely they're in their skin. I have got 4 right here. And go smash, just like the Hulk. And once it's out of its paper skin, oh my, here you want to smell. Hi, Rob. Have a smell. This garlic. Oh, this is nature, my opinion. This is nature's antibiotic, and you can just go, ah. And I do make honey garlic, like as a, is that my friend Sean and PB? Everybody's here. The whole crew is here. Hi, Sean. Technically, yes-ish. Can I say yes-ish? You guys, I just break up that piece of garlic, and then somebody is going to be lucky when you get this jar of pickle and you get to have that pickled garlic. Oh, so good. I missed you too, Sean. I have missed it. And you're not dreaming, Rob. Let me pinch you. YouTube, we're having a little chat over here on the TikTok because it has been so long since I've been on. And I would call it, you guys, I honestly would call it long. Well, of course, there was that whole blip. You know the blip. YouTube, you didn't blip. TikTok blipped. It was really sad. Do you remember that? It was really sad. Like we thought it was going, but then it was gone, but then it was back. And here we are. I have like a conversation for another time. My opinion, like you notice once I start talking, my hands stop moving. My opinion is after the blip, it's a bit like Pet Sematary. Did you guys read that book, Stephen King? Pet Sematary. The cat comes back, but it's different. Wake me up before you go. Do 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 do. Anywho, that's my strong opinion. You love TikTok, but I feel like ever since it blipped and came back, it's like Pet Sematary. Personal opinion. Like Marvel. Thank you, Sean. Favorite streamer. That's me. What I am, like as I'm finishing my garlic here, what I am trying to put together for, thank you, Rosemary, for confirming to me Super Bowl is February 9th. In my world, that means a trip to town. I'm going to have to go to town. I wanted to do a live on making easy Super Bowl appetizers, and I wanted to do a live for like Fat Tuesday food. Like y'all know, you're gonna have 40 days of Lent. Well, or do you? And so I wanted, just like New Orleans food or Mardi Gras food, and then Purim, make ham and tash and cookies. Okay, garlic is done. We got to talk about these peppers. This is a peck of pickled peppers. I slice them. I got my stuff right here. All right, all right, all right. There was a time. Now, what are you guys up to? Well, I get these ready. I personally like them sliced into rings, just like this. Remember, if you don't want to make your own homemade pickled peppers, you could do this. But I wanted to tell you, if for some reason, like, you know how when you get a pepperoncini and it's whole like this in the jar, but it's kind of mushy at the pepperoncinis or peck of pickled pepper. What children's rhyme is that? There's a children's rhyme, peck of pickled peppers. I love a pickled pepper. I love pepperoncini pickles. You can ferment them too. I did want to do for March to make homemade. Anywho, I'm so sidetracked. That's COVID brain. If you put the whole thing in the jar, you must poke it and pop a hole in it, even if you just go like this. Can you see? It's not a hole. It's just a slice. You see that right there? It's just a slice because you want the pickling brine to get in there. Peter Piper. Thank you, Baby Kong. Baby Kong 65 says it's Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. How many pecks did Peter Piper pick? Is that it? Dang, we just went down memory lane. Okay. It was really important for me to tell you that if you are going to put your peppers into your pickling brine hole, please pop a hole, make just a little indent and let the air out because you want the pickling brine to get inside here. Now, I'm going to take that out. I am just going to make big slices. I am going to definitely add multiple colors. I think I had started 3 conversations. Yeah, that is what she said. One today, we have some little wins. Can we just high five? High five. Let me stir. Stir and high five. High five. We have some little wins today. High five, guys. And that is, I got the announcement. I'm going to be live in 30 minutes. I was just finishing the TikTok shop brand meeting. And while I was listening with one ear, I was making Canva with the other. High five. And for pretty, I want to layer yellow, red, yellow, red. So the win is I got the live notice. Going to be up. Then I want to get the schedule up for putting together foods for celebrations. Grandma is, thank you for asking, Rob. Hey, YouTube on TikTok. Rob has asked, how's grandma? Grandma is doing really good. Like, we both survived our long COVID. We're still on the tail ends of this thing lingering, but she is doing really good. She's got all of these home project. Here's my problem with my my long COVID and feeling like brain fog is I will have a thought and it takes so long to get it to the lips, let alone the tongue, that by time this thought goes to here and I try to say it, I've already forgot the thought. The news is grandma is good. O'Neill is a brat. Because in all this time of being so sick and laying down, all that like always like mush, the cat, there's been nobody disciplining the cat. Don't be in the window. Don't get up on top of it. Don't get down. There's nobody because I was out. I was down with the COVID. Sean, thank you for asking about my son. Boy, I'm not a person for profanity. I know Grandpa would say that is a pig in, I would say pig in mud. Or whatever. This cat has one job, just behave. And he doesn't. My child, as a mama, I am just over the moon because he is so happy. Pig in mud, happy. What's another saying that goes for that? Tickled pink, pig in mud, zippity doodah. He is a fish to the water in the Navy. He's so happy and just delighted. And he's got another promotion, another pay raise, And just as a mama, thank you for asking Sean. I'm over the moon excited for him. Also, as mama, like you said, Sean, I had one job to care for my child, and I have cared for my child, and I have raised my family, and now what? I need a hobby, like doing TikTok. Back. Hi, high five, YouTube. Oh, I woke the dog up. Oops. Can you hear her? I said hi to you, Beck, and my dog was deep in sleep, snoring, and then she heard me say hi, and she launched out of bed, hackles are up, spitting. She's gonna go bark at nothing. Oh, Bratty in the chatty. Okay, and this is an orange one. I had said earlier that I don't know what happened to the 99-cent store, but I loved it because thank you so much, Beck. I appreciate that. Jelly, yeah, take your couch. Take place. Take place. Because you could get, it's a party. Because you could get, in my opinion, especially when I'm looking for bulk good produce, the 99 cent, like it was kind of like a secret, I think. The 99-cent store used to have like good produce for 99 cents, like a 5-pound bag of lemons for 99 cents. And maybe 2 were funky, but not bad. Okay, I have noticed that I start talking and my hands stop moving. Ooh, is there so kind of what I have on the calendar, Super Bowl appetizers. I think I'm going to do buffalo chicken dip. I love me some, oh, this smells so good. Oh my doodle, that is ready. It's so aromatic. Can you smell it? Smell it? Good. I think I'm going to do buffalo chicken ranch dip and this is how this is coming together. It's very pretty. I don't know what happened in my life. I seem to only have 2 jalapenos, so I'm just going to put a few slices in each jar. One jar is going to be the New Orleans seasoning. Yes, you can season your pickle brine. You're like, I want an Italian. Do you remember that time I did the marinated mushrooms? It was back in the summer. Yes, the dips is right. You can season your brine any way you want. You want Italian seasoned brine? Do it. You want Cajun seasoned brine? Do it. So I have to hurry because I need to put the brine that I have on the 2 jars of just basic pickled peppers, and then we'll put the Cajun seasoning into the leftover brine back on the stove so it can dissolve too. House of the Rising Buns, it's so good to see you. Oh my gosh, a conversation for another time. I made challah, made an egg bread. Rosemary, thank you for sending me how to tune my oven. At the price of eggs, it burnt like that. It's such a delicate bread to begin with. House of the Rising Buns, what temperature do you set your oven on? Because the recipe says 375, and I turned mine down a little bit because I have a hot oven. But here's the problem. That delicate egg bread with 10 eggs in it burnt just like that. Just like that. I think the coyotes liked it, okay? I think the coyotes liked it. I'm going to quickly chop here, and I would love a message or a comment that tells me what kind of appetizer. Do you have a favorite appetizer that you get at the sports pub and you want to know? I am 325. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Because I definitely want to make it again. Definitely want to make it again. Okay. Actually, maybe I don't have enough peppers for 3 pints. I'm glad you stopped in House of the Rising Buns. I have hardly been on at all. I have hardly. You bake your breads, your egg breads. You braid it like challah. So nice. Normally on Shabbat, I would make one. Not with this egg prices. Well, and I can't really complain because, I got a neighbor. I don't have chickens right now. I love having chickens. I love having chickens and a goat, but I don't have any right now. I still don't think I finished my sentence, which is I'll just stop and think through it. If there is a favorite pub recipe for an appetizer that you want for game day, because you think you'll do some of your own cooking instead of just grabbing it from the deli, let me know, because I would love to make it. I would love to make 2 in one show. And I think for sure I'm making buffalo chicken dip using the jarred Frank's, jarred sauce, cream cheese, and rotisserie chicken chopped up. But if there's another one, and not potato skins. Oh my God. I love potato skins, but it's a lot of work. Grandma and I might watch the game a little. Who's playing? So I'm thinking I'm going to do Super Bowl appetizers, then Fat Tuesday foods, and lead into March for, is anybody else going to GrowthCon? House of the Rising Buns, I would love to go live together. Tell me what you want to make so I go to town and I have the ingredients. I don't know, we should be making that egg bread because eggs. Whatever you want to make. And I don't like rye. I had to just buy rye for Grandma. Look I start talking and my hands stop moving. I want to make sure each jar has like 2 yellow, 2 orange, 2 red. Definitely just send me, House of the Rising Buns, send me a message and tell me Tuesday at 10 or Friday at 9, whatever works for you. And if you're when you say Pismo, I always think Pismo Beach, because as a child, we would ride our motorcycles and dune buggy at Pismo Beach. It used to be a thing. Glamis kind of Pismo. Oh my God, you're taking me down memory lane, taking me down to Paradise City. Anywho, that is a beautiful area. That is a beautiful, beautiful area. Oh, were you affected by the fires? I love to eat at Neptune's Net. That's not Pismo Beach. Neptune's Net. So famous from the Fast and the Furious movies. And it's at County Line, at the Ventura County Line. I think their address might technically be Malibu, but it's right at County Line. Thank you for bearing with me as I was thinking I should get these all chopped up. But with the long COVID, what happens is I'll be in the middle of something and then just not the will to live, energy. Like I will just lose all energy. Now, let's show you what this looks like. These are so beautiful. Oh, they're so beautiful. And this one is going to be our Cajun flavor. So I could probably pack, okay, let's pack just a little bit more in. Just a little bit more. I mean, I don't want to waste my brain. And if your thought was, well, why don't you go to the farmer's market to get a lot of produce to pickle or can? Because my small town, we don't really have a farmer's market. Like we have one old farmer guy who does go out to the highway and sell, but other than that, I don't have a farmer's market. Now, this is so key right now. My brine it's all liquid. Everything is dissolved. Now, let's taste it. If you do not like the taste of your brine, I have a little 1/4 teaspoon right there, ready down the hatch. Ah, it's so good. It's how I like it. I need a funnel. It is salty, tangy. Here we go. And Rob, yes, you're right. The cat just really got out of hand while I was down with COVID. I'm still healing. You can see there are some of the peppercorns floating. Here is why I put half in here. Bye. Thank you, House of the Rising Buns. That sounds like so much fun. I would love to bake. I know I could just learn so much from you. Give me a good challenge. And Rob, oh, Rob, you know, I could talk film all the time. I started out loving them. They got weird. And then they did the spin-off and the French, like Hobbs and what we. My thoughts on the brine is make sure you taste your brine. If you don't like how it tastes in this pot, you are not going to like how it tastes in that jar, and you're not going to like your pickles. You'll waste your time, waste your produce. I personally, I only put half of my peppercorns in my brine. I want them to season this, but then I put the rest in the bottom of the jar. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Right to the line. Now these can go in the refrigerator and be ready. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, friends. Do you see that? It's hard to see. There is probably half a teaspoon of peppercorns on the bottom. Meow. So I'm going to pour it into the next jar. And honestly, I am surprised that was just enough brine. COVID brain math. That was just enough brine for 2 jars. You see how it's filled right to that lip on the bottom? Oh, those are pretty. Oh, they smell good. I'm going to have to do another batch of brine. I'll do it. Here's my thought. Refrigerator pickles, you can put this jar, whether you have the plastic caps. Somebody wasn't prepared. Oh, here it is. They sell a plastic cap like this that fits ball jars that you can use. And if you're going to be in and out of the product in your refrigerator or on your shelf, if you want to water bath can these, totally do it. If you want to pressure can them, you can. Here's what's most important, that you will look at your elevation. Water bathing, it is dependent on COVID brain. It is dependent on your elevation. So Tina, if you are in Colorado, it's going to take a little more pressure and a little bit longer. My sea level, I'm 15 pounds of pressure for 15 minutes. You could water bath can 20 to 25 minutes. Point being, if you think you're going to go through this jar of deliciousness in this week, just put a lid on that and put it in the refrigerator and enjoy. These can be ready to enjoy in as little as a few hours, or you can let it sit overnight. It's going to be so good. Now, let's just do a quick batch for my Cajun. I'm going to have everything. I am putting in my, oh my gosh, it smells, Rain Woman. Hi, Rob. Rob, how have you been? This is Cajun seasoning, and I want I got half teaspoon in there. No, that's a whole teaspoon. Want 1 jar of pickled peppers with like a Cajun flavor. And if I was making my own Cajun spice, I honestly would follow Emeril Lagasse's recipe. I miss him. I don't think he still does a cooking show. Now I'm going in, having everything because I just need enough for 1 jar. Rob, you have been killing it. Half cup. On the lives, it seems every time I pop in here to post something, there you are. Oh, I'm so proud of you. High five, friend. High five. Okay, the dog wants out. Let's do 2 things at once here. A little bit of vinegar, a little bit of water. We did not put salt in this yet. Go in with, I'm coming, Jelly. Do you see what's happening? These pets are just running me ragged. Do you hear her banging on the door? Okay, take a commercial break. I gotta let the dog out. I want to hear all about it, Rob. Dolly, that's a day. I don't know, beautiful. I don't know. Ah, okay, sorry. we're back. High five. I'm going to let this just come down a little bit. I'm going to get these peppers ready. If you saw me miss something in the process, you tell me. My pickle crisp is starting to dilute a little bit. I am not planning to water bath or preserve these. These are for the family for the week. 1 jar for grandma, 1 for me. I need to put just a little bit of jalapeno. It is time in my area to get my garden ready, get my garden started. And last year, not one dang thing grew. And it was heartbreaking because it's a lot of work and a lot of money. And I had plant after plant fail. And I was looking at the calendar. I'm like, it's time. It is time. Oh, so good. I just want to bite it. It is time to start my garden and start it indoor. And I traditionally plant like salad and salsa, tomatoes, jalapenos, a lettuce, maybe I'll do a cabbage, maybe some carrots, those little globe carrots. Anywho, Rob, you were telling me that you're expanding. Oh, and speaking of expanding, Rosemary, we're supposed to get, YouTube, just in case, Rosemary and I are in Arizona, and we're supposed to get like a big storm this weekend, which you know what that means. Bake bread. I will post a thingy if I get the chance to go live with House of the Rising Buns. If you ever see him on TikTok, you just want to come through the camera and eat that bread. It's so beautiful. Yes, we're supposed to get rain. We are supposed to get rain, friend. So that was my other thought, is that when I start my garden, I had the indoor hydroponic thing and it was good-ish. I prefer dirt. I don't think we talked about this. I just want to cover it real quick. You pick how thick you want your ring. Mine are all just about a pink, my pinky. Our hands are all sized differently. What would that be? Is that a 1/4 inch? What? I don't know. 5 centimeters. I like my rings to be about a pinky width because I want enough to have like a bite. You know, ooh, that's good. I want to have a bite. You could make it real thin if you wanted. Any thicker to me than like the pinky, that's got to be a 1/4 inch. I don't want it too thick or too thin. The pinky is the perfect width. Ooh, that good. YouTube and TikTok, you both got the video of me making the chicken salad. And what's happened lately is that the cat, he's not supposed to be on the counter. And as you saw, he started out in the window. You are co-hosting 3 shows, 2 podcasts, direct sales and marketing. Oh my gosh. Rob, 2 high fives. Congratulations. That's amazing. Hi, Jack. How are you today? I lost my train of thought. It's so quick. It's so quick. Oh, the chicken salad. If you need something to laugh at, go ahead. You can laugh at me. You can laugh with me. The cat he's always trying to bum rush me when I'm up here cooking. He's not supposed to be on the counter. And so what happened was I had the tub of pepper, black pepper, and I start to shake it out. I want to put like 2, maybe 3 good shakes. And as I go, the top comes off. It felt like a pound. It was probably a cup of black pepper all over the bowl of chicken salad in the making. I shook off the extra pepper and then used my spoon to scoop out as much pepper as I could, but there was still a lot of black pepper. It's very spicy chicken salad. And just a FYI, if you ever do that, the fast, delicious fix is put a packet of ranch seasoning in there. 2 motivational collabs coming soon. Woo, woo. Gosh, I just love watching you win. I just love it. I think in general, I like to see people win. Because it matters. And I think motivation and a positive mindset matters too. This jar needs a red pepper. Somebody stir the brine. Ooh, chow. Let me taste it. Oh. That is going to be so good. In case you missed this part, it was earlier in the broadcast, and that is, there is a basic, when people think of pickles, they think of dill pickles. Those are great. I love them. You can do any type of pickling, pickle flavor. Chinese pickles are different than Japanese pickles, are different than India pickles, are different than Texas pickles. I love to put a little bit of Cajun seasoning in my pickles. So that's the brine that is going on right now. You have found YouTube. Let me update you. Rob is smashing goals. He's got 3 dope people in the last 3 months to work. You know, this is something I was just talking about in producer group. Do I have 2 conversations going on? Producer group, we were talking about what happened at Sundance. There were next to no sales. 13 of the films that screened already had distribution. So it wasn't really like festival films. They were like out just having a screening. But what about all the littles who... Oh, and Jack, thank you. What am I having for dinner tonight? I think I think I'm having fish sticks and tots. But right now I was making my peppers, making pickled peppers, and I was finishing out the jar of Cajun, and I have a sideways thought real quick I'm going to show you for anybody who's doing Super Bowl, like game day dessert, similar to a deviled egg. I love a deviled egg. You can do the same thing, like a stuffed pepper. And so if you want to use this shell like that and then fill it with meat and cheese, top it, oh, so good. So this type of pepper is so versatile. And Rob, you are the grand champion of Friday Night Stanza. Boo, boo. When I was a kid, I was a grand champion sheep shower. Got a lot of money for that sheep. Anywho, I love hearing all of this good news. Amen. Amen and amen. We are off to a grand start. This jar needs a little bit more. It's got the jalapeno on the bottom. Let's just do... Now, that sound is the dog at the door. And I'm going to have her hold on for just a few more minutes while I finish this for you. Stuffing this with like Korean pickled carrot and make like a banh mi sandwich in the pepper. Yum. Like a banh mi. Jack, thanks for asking what am I having for dinner. I think it's going to be fish, but Grandma came home from town and brought me a bag of cat tacos. So kind of wanting to get in on those. This is fine. There's a greedy part of me that wants to try and cram more in there. But like, oh, cream cheese filling would be good too. Ooh, spicy cream cheese. Don't overcrowd the food in the jar because it needs room. It needs room. Okay, this one's done. Oh, how I wish you could taste it. Now you see the color. You're going to see it when I pour it in here. It just needs a moment. Well, yeah. Ah, it's so good. It needs a moment to cool. So I have one ready to go. Let me take a minute and look at the chat while that has a moment to cool. YouTube, thank you so much. Thank you so much. They're going to be coming for your crown tonight. It is Friday night. It is Friday night. Sean, thank you for the likes. So since we have a moment, I have been watching Warrior Nun. I remember there was a big stink about this. Well, not a big stink, like who here has read the book Warrior Nun or watched the series? Because similar to me thinking that when TikTok came back after the blip, that the app to me has been very Pet Cemetery. Like it's TikTok, but it's not. I watched Warrior Nun because I had so many people say out of all the shows that get another season, this show deserves it. And the storyline is great. It's based and produced out of Spain. You sent me some goats. Oh, thank you so much. And it hasn't changed for you. So, Rob, you know what that tells me? You're very active. So I nearly never see anybody on the TikTok app who I know, who I want to see. Two, I have been seeing some weird stuff. Moving on. Three, it could be somebody said, oh, in order to make the algorithm back to the way that it was before, you need to go block Meta. I was like, where do you guys come up with this stuff? I don't know. But I haven't blocked Meta. What is that? Ah! Hey! John! Thank you so much. Thank you. I think that's the first galaxy I've ever received. Thank you so much. How fun is that? I'm having a Friday. YouTube. Over here on TikTok, there's a fun gamification where you can send gifts to each other. And I received some goats and I received a galaxy. It's a wonderful thing. So it is a welcome back. You know who I haven't seen? Where's Husky? How is Husky doing? And thank you so much for that welcome back gift. That is so fun. Oh, I think I have an ad in my, I think there's an ad in my chat. I've seen that before. Okay, anywho, I'm going to say goodbye to my YouTubes because, so TikTok, if you will just hold with me a moment. YouTubes, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that this short lesson on the simplicity of pickling your own peppers, you can pickle, did you know you can pickle grapes, pickle onions, mushrooms, cucumbers, peppers. There's just so many things, pickled jalapenos, so many things you can do. This is what the finished product looks like. And I will definitely, like once I finish up everything, I will come back into our description. So if you haven't subscribed yet, would you please ding the bell, notification, and I will make sure I put the recipe all there in the description. And YouTube, y'all always get a song to go. And it's that time. It's time to go. Good night, YouTube. Well, it's time to go. Boom, 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 boom. Good night, YouTube. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, good night, YouTube. Good night. All right. Thanks for watching the Sherilyn Show and how to pickle peppers. I will see you in the next one.